Hi, I'm Susan Moscoletz.
And I'm Vica.
Well, my daughter, Vica, she's 16 and she's been horribly sick for 16 months now. And we've had many emergency room visits. We had a 6-day hospital stay in the last year. We've had a myriad of testing done, all kinds of different testing. And the doctors are baffled as what is wrong with her. She has over 30 symptoms from fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, joint pain, mental fogginess, horrible GI symptoms. She's had really low blood pressure. She couldn't eat anything. What
Everything
else?
hurt my stomach. Yeah.
Everything hurt her stomach. There has been so far with regular doctors from the pediatrician to several different specialists, no diagnosis yet. I have been hours researching, whether it has been on the internet or I have a lot of health books myself and I look up symptoms, and I've talked to many different kind of natural doctors, functional medicine doctors, integrative medicine doctors, and many different alternative natural doctors. They're the only ones that have given me any direction at all. We have come to the conclusion that the main culprit is copper toxicity. And we learned that through something called a mineral tissue analysis, which is done through your hair. So far we've done 3, one every 3 months in the last year. One of the first things we did after we got this diagnosis is we had to heal her gut, because at the time she had no motility in her gut, almost no motility, which is so dangerous. That means no movement of her digestive system. That's why she was hospitalized, and they didn't diagnose anything, discharged us with no diagnosis.
I was in the hospital for 6 days.
6 days in the hospital, in the acute pediatric department. And so the naturopath that we were seeing said the first thing we need to do is heal her gut. And so he prescribed us a dietary plan, which was just eating cooked soups, vegetable soups, and she could finally handle that. And then after we got some motility in her gut and her digestive system started working, then we started adding supplements and doing some things to do gentle detoxes. But she was so weak and she was so sick that I ended up having to take her out of regular school. After we got into summer, she was able to sleep as much as she needed to, and she was sleeping. She could easily sleep 20 hours in a day.
And she would still be completely exhausted.
She would wake up completely exhausted. Her main pains in her body have been a severe headache in this part of her head that has been there for, well, it's been there for 1 year now. She's had a headache, not headaches, one headache. She has still severe stomach pain, severe spine and neck pain, and of course the joint pain and the muscle pain. And she's just this little pile of pain. Probably the worst thing that people say to her is, well, Vica, you don't look sick. Like you could see pain. So that's been a really hard thing for her. She drinks a gallon of purified water a day.
I started when, probably like 3 years ago, I started drinking a gallon of water every day just because I wanted to be healthy. And I've done it ever since, and it's a habit of mine now.
So it's not something she just started. She's been drinking a gallon of purified water every day for 3/4 to 1 gallon of water for 5 years, at least 5 years. She's 16. Now, some of the things we did for detox is I know how to make charcoal poultices, and I put those over her whole abdominal area different times, over her liver, over her kidneys. I've done castor oil packs over her stomach, over her back. I got bentonite clay, and I did bentonite clay baths to pull toxins out of her skin over the summer. We bought a far infrared sauna this summer, and so she's been doing that 3 or 4 times a week for like 9 months. One of the things about copper toxicity is that once you get your copper in your tissues, it's not evident in your blood and urine testing. It's biounavailable in your tissues. And once you get very toxic and have a myriad of symptoms like she has, you can't detox quickly from it because it can make you so sick. If you just, for example, take a bunch of zinc, it will dump so much copper out of your tissues so quickly and put into your overloaded liver that you could actually get copper poisoning, like heavy metal poisoning. So it's a very, very slow detox. And because if you do it too quickly, she can feel so horrible, just crying in pain. And that's when she's been detoxing too quickly. So it's very, very slow process. But now that it's been about a year of doing this very slowly, everything we've been doing, we have come to the conclusion that she was strong enough to go to a formal detox health restoration program. Over the past year and a half, I have done a lot of research on health type restoration programs, and I've looked them up all over the country. And one thing that I found is that, well, first of all, everything that we're doing to detox her at home, most of the things, the supplements and eating correctly and things like that, it's running everything through her liver. And her liver is very, very overloaded and toxic. And so I was looking into different modalities that would bring toxins out in other ways through the skin. And one thing I did find is that there is something called transdermal ozone therapy. And it's like an ozone sauna. So it puts the ozone into your blood through your skin. And if you put the ozone in, it will bring it will attach to toxins and take it out through your liver. But if you go right into a far infrared sauna, then it will bring the toxins out through your skin. I thought this is just perfect. So on my dream list, I thought I really want to buy one of those, which they're very expensive. But when I was calling around to different programs and seeing what kind of treatments that they had, Pointe Lifestyle Center in Georgia has a transdermal ozone machine. I couldn't believe it. Most people have never even heard of it. And they have all kinds of different ozone therapies and oxygen therapies. And so I was so excited, even though it's 3,000 miles away. And of course, we're from California. And of course, in California, we have all kinds of different spas and cleansing programs and natural health places and naturopathic people. But we've come all the way to the East Coast to go to, in my opinion, the top cleansing lifestyle treatment facility in the United States. I've never seen more varied treatment options in one place in my life, and I've had a lot of experience with a lot of naturopathic people.
My expectations when we came to Pointe were honestly kind of low because we've done so many treatments for me and nothing has really worked at all, really. And when we came, I was like, it's just another thing that I have to go through. But it's actually made a big difference for me.
There were so many treatments that we did here in just 10 days. We did hyperbaric oxygen chamber. We did the transdermal ozone machine many times while we were here. We went right then into the far infrared sauna, dry sauna. We were in an ozone hot tub, jacuzzi type hot tub, really fantastic. We also had, something called the Beamer microcirculation therapy. And so this is a treatment that increases the circulation in your smallest capillaries and vascular system in your body, which really increases your health and healing to all parts of your body. We did that many, many times. We also, my daughter was on some exercise equipment that you are breathing pure oxygen while you're exercising. She was on a bicycle like that. She also was on a rebounder, and she was also on a product called the Hypervibe. It's a Hypervibe. It's an exercise machine called Hypervibe. And we also had colonic hydrotherapy after we had been here for a while. And we also had full body massage by a licensed massage therapist with 30 years experience. She was very kind. The electrolymphatic drainage therapy was something I had never heard of before, but it drains and cleanses the whole lymph system from basically the top of your head down to your feet, down to your arms. And the lymphatic system is a whole system in the body in and of itself. And it takes an hour and a half. And the director of Eden Pointe is trained in how to use this therapy. And she put Vica on this twice while we were here in the 10-day program.
And it was definitely one of my favorite treatments. It was so nice.
What we did at the very beginning when we first got here is we went, the mother has gotten a little run down in the last year and a half taking care of Vica, happily taking care of her. So when I came, I was going to do some of the therapies with her, to be companionable, of course. And we did a 3-day water fast, the first 3 days. Then we did a 3-day juice fast. And then the last 3 days we had absolutely gourmet, all raw food that was designed and prepared by the staff here.
It was amazing. Amazing food.
What was your favorite food that we ate?
Probably the fruit pizza.
So,
so good.
It had a live crust, dehydrated crust with fruit on it, and then a cashew cream topping. It was just
coconut and almonds. When I came here, I couldn't really eat a lot of things, and we told the directors of the program about what I could eat, and they completely designed all the food that we ate here to what I could eat. So it was like customized. And every time I ate it, it actually didn't really hurt my stomach that much. Usually food almost always hurts my stomach, but it was prepared so well, and all the ingredients I could eat and handle well, so it was amazing.
And we give a lot of credit to this program. We give the credit to God, because without our Heavenly Father putting His hand on this program, then it would just be us humans trying to do everything. But then when we had divine help, a lot of prayer before different treatments, and prayer, of course, before we were eating. It was just a lot of prayer, and God answered our prayers. I just want to say one other thing about the staff. They treated us just like we were loved family when we got here. And everything in Eden Pointe, Eden Pointe has been open for 4 years, but everything looks brand new, like they just opened yesterday.
Everything is so clean and nice.
And how they have everything interior designed, everything is so beautiful. This place runs like a well-oiled machine. And the staff, they're so kind and so friendly, and I just can't say enough about the staff. They really have the love of God in their heart, and they really have a servant hearts and hands. And so I just want to thank Eden Pointe so much. I want to say one other thing too. I want to ask my daughter. She still has a lot of symptoms, but overall, what happened with your expectations? You didn't expect much, I know.
And I didn't expect to be as better as I am. My pain, I still have headaches, and I still have back pain, and I still have stomach pain, and I still can't eat a lot of food, but overall, I just feel healthier, I just feel better, so it definitely made a difference.
Which is a miracle. That is really a miracle. And so I just want to say that if anyone is thinking about going to a health cleansing program, you should really call and talk to Sharon and see how they can customize a program, or just come to one of their 5-day health camps that they have frequently. And I think you're going to be blessed and realize better health like Vica did. and me. I just wanted to say a little bit more about the staff at Eden Pointe, because to do a program like this, it's very personal, and you might have times where you have to talk about private health issues and how you're feeling. And the staff here, they're not just professional, but the thing that came across to me the most is how kind they are. Just real compassion and concern that my daughter would be healed. Not just while we were here, but this is going to be a resource now for our continuing program and the things they taught us when we get home. And the kindness, the serving, the real compassion, it's not something that you can find very often. They are very non-judgmental. I know that I have all the things I've learned, all the things that we're doing, whether things we've been doing right or wrong, and there is no judgment here on how we believe exactly, if it's differing from them or anything like that. They just want people to get better, to feel better, and then have a good plan on how to continue to have better, health that's getting better for the rest of their life. I hope we can come back because we just love staying here. This is our very last day. We're just getting ready to go to the airport, and it's so sad to say goodbye to our family.